Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll try to explain to you how about this concept of achromatism. Now you would have already learned that suppose you have a lens here, and then again suppose you are having white light incident. Now white light will contain different wavelengths, so you'll have red light, you'll have Vibgyor basically. So when you have this Vibgyor, each color has its own refractive index. Because each color has its own refractive index, each color will have its own focal length. So it is think that red light may get focused here and violet light may get focused here. Now first question, how do you know that red will get focused here and how do you know that violet will get focused here? Okay, so let's try to answer that question. Now I know that for any lens, the focal length 1 by f is equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Remember, this value of mu and 1 will not change even if f change, whatever happens, the value of r1 and r2 will not change. Mu minus 1 will change. Why? Because mu changes. And then mu is inversely proportional to 1 by lambda. That means as lambda increases, mu decreases. So if you take red light will have maximum lambda. Because it has maximum lambda, it will have minimum mu. And because it will have minimum mu, this value will be minimum. If this value will be minimum, f will be maximum. So f will be maximum for red light and f will be minimum for violet light. So what I said red would come here and violet would come here is actually wrong. Instead, red light would come here and violet would come here. In fact, red light will always be on the outer side and violet will be on the inner side. In fact, when you see a rainbow, you see the different colors. So now which color do you think will be inside? Violet should be inside. And which color should be outside? Red color should be outside. Why is it? Because of the difference in refractive index. Anyway, now from here slowly I want to now develop a lens which is achromatic. That means where all the white light is focused at a given point. That this kind of a Vibgyor dispersion does not take place. So to understand this, we will go back to prisms and we will try to understand what is dispersive power, and from there we will try to come up with an answer as to how you can avoid this. Okay, so let's go back to the dispersive power of a lens, of a prism. Now suppose this is a prism. You have already learned that mu is equal to sine A plus D minimum by 2 divided by sine of A by 2. Now suppose we have a small angled prism. Small angled prism means suppose angle is less than, let us say, 10 degrees, 3 degrees, 4 degrees, 5 degrees. The sine can be approximated to the angle itself. So I can say mu is equal to A plus D minimum by 2 divided by A by 2. These two get cancelled. So on some small rearrangement, I can say that D minimum is equal to mu times A minus 1. A times mu minus 1. So this is the value for D minimum, that is the dispersion is equal to A into mu minus 1, where what is mu? Mu is the refractive index. What is A? A is the angle of the prism. This is A, this is B, this is C. A is the angle of the prism. Now if D minimum is equal to A into mu minus 1, now if you have red light, the deviation will be A into mu red minus 1. Similarly, if you have violet light, the deviation will be A into mu violet minus 1. Now this kind of explains to you why dispersion takes place. Why? Because the red light and violet light will have different mu values. Because they have different mu values, there will be different deviations. Because of the different deviations, you actually see Vibgyor immediately. Okay, now there is something called as the angle of dispersion. What is taking place here? Dispersion is taking place. Related to dispersion, you have angle of dispersion. Now what is angle of dispersion? Angle of dispersion is nothing but the deviation suffered by violet light minus the deviation suffered by red light. Now why did I not do deviation suffered by red light minus deviation suffered by violet light? Because I know that mu violet is more. Because mu violet is more, its deviation will be more. I know that mu red is less. Because mu red is less, its deviation will be less. So from here, angle of dispersion is equal to mu violet minus mu red. That will become equal to A into mu violet minus mu red. What is this? This is called the angle of dispersion. Now suppose you assume violet light to be the average dispersion or average deviation. So I'll get A into mu violet, sorry, mu yellow minus 1. I am assuming yellow to be the average. You know, you have Vibgyor. So I am assuming yellow to have the average wavelength, and if yellow is the average wavelength and it represents the average refractive index, then this is the total angle of deviation. Angle of dispersion by angle of deviation will give you the omega, the dispersive power. The definition of dispersive power is angle of dispersion divided by average dispersion. So if I cancel up these two, I get it is equal to mu violet minus mu red by mu yellow minus 1. What is this? This is the dispersive power. So let me write it again.